All right. We're doing a thing, man. It is. We have new things and new toys to play. Yeah, see, we're going to have more issues. I know we are. So, we are doing a surprise live. It is midnight, so I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of action going on. But either way, um, so we have some stuff to talk about. I am totally giving away the ghost by doing it this way. But either way, if those of you who are watching this in post, you already know anyway, and those of you who are in the chat right now, you kind of know anyway because it's in the thumbnail. But we have a couple of things that have happened since we last spoke. We did not do a news video last week. It just kind of is what it is. So, yeah, that's kind of where we're sitting. I feel like this microphone is a little quiet. Let's turn it up. Yeah, there we go. That's better. So, welcome to Generally Nerdy. Things are going crazy on the channel, so bear with me. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, so I don't know that we're going to do any silly intros or anything. We're just going to get right into the things, I think. So, that being said, let's read this first article. This is the good news, as it were. Good news is there is a new Firefly show happening. It is happening maybe eventually, but there's a lot more moving forward motion this time than we have hoped for previously. So what do I mean by that? Let's read the article, shall we? Firefly is coming back this time as an animated series. Nathan Fillion revealed at AwesomeCon that an animated Firefly series is in advanced development. And Deadline reports the project is already packaged with showrunners and completed scripts, or a completed script anyway. The original cast is expected to return. Fillion made the announcement during a panel live taping of his Once We Were Spacemen podcast alongside Alan Tudyk, Gina Torres, Jules State, Morena Baccarin, Sean Mayer, and Summer Glau. All expected to reprise their roles. Adam Baldwin is also expected to return as the voice of Jane Cobb. I feel like since this article is primarily focused on the AwesomeCon presentation, the conversation they had at AwesomeCon, it is being kind of left out of this. I mean, I don't know. I haven't read the entire article yet, but it seems that they're leaving out pretty key detail because the expected to return seems a little less like an expectation and more like a this is happening because they've been teasing this on the Once We Were Spacemen podcast's Instagram page where they're doing these little skits with all of the cast, obviously except for Bishop. But even even Alan Tudyk's character is coming back for this. I find that very interesting. I don't know how they're going to do that. Are they going to ignore the Serenity movie? That seems a little odd because that is canon because Joss Whedon created this. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's continue reading. So who is making this and who is not involved? The animated reboot is being developed through Fillion's production banner Collision 33 in partnership with 20th Television Animation, which controls the underlying rights. That's the branch of Fox that currently owns the Firefly rights. Mark Guggenheim and Tara Butters are attached as showrunners, and the script has been completed. I'm assuming they mean the pilot script. Joss Whedon, who created the original series, is not involved in the animated project. However, I have seen again outside of this article that apparently he has given his blessing for this, but obviously understands why he cannot be part of it. The proposed series is set between the original 2002 TV run and the 2005. Oh, okay. So this would fill in the hole between the show and the series. So we would get introduced to the characters that they kind of threw into the movie. But didn't really get a much backstory, which was an interesting choice, and I totally understand why Joss did that. But yeah, now we get a little bit of the filler stuff, which is really, really cool. The idea is to expand the universe while keeping continuity with the established story. So we could get Bishop back if we're getting. I can't even remember Alan Tudyck's character's name right now because I'm brain farting. It's late, man. Leave me alone. Concept art exists. We're looking at it right here. I don't know if I can make it bigger just yet, but concept art exists. The early concept art above has been developed in collaboration with Shadow Machine, the Oscar and Emmy award-winning animation studio. The fully assembled package is expected to be taken out to buyers shortly. Fillion's message to the fans. Fillion told Deadline the dedication of Firefly fans has kept this 25-year-old show relevant. Clearly, the return of Firefly is something the fans want. More importantly, it's something they deserve. I love this guy. Nathan Fillion is awesome. The tease campaign led straight. Okay, so they are going to address the tease campaign. News follows a week-long social media campaign featuring Fillion and castmates, with the videos pulling millions of views and pushing Firefly back into the trending conversation. There is a video if you go check out either the Firefly page or you can check out the Generally Nerdy page, Instagram or X. Both have the link. You need to go to the original video and like the video, retweet it, share it, do all of the things, because to elevate that profile of that video is going to help get this made. So if you are a Firefly fan, then you absolutely need to go do that. Where did we leave off? Oh yeah. And then we're getting the history of the franchise, why the franchise never went away. Premiered in 2002. I don't know if this is necessarily relevant to the big picture. Like, if you don't know Firefly, you can Google it on your own. Yeah, there we go. That's the hugest of the news. The other thing that we're going to address, and I need to find, I did not do enough advance on this, but there it is. This is going to take us to where we want. Prime Video sets date. Nope. James Gunn. Nope. Oh, what the heck, man. There. Buffy reboot canceled. So the Buffy reboot that we've been keeping tabs on for some time is apparently now not going to happen. There have been a couple of developments over the course of the last few days. So not even necessarily since we spoke, but this is kind of rapidly developing. We'll just read this article and then we'll go on from there according to what it does or does not include. But the article reads, the more that comes out about Disney Hulu's... Oh, no, this is still a post-cancellation. What the heck, man? Yeah, all right, here we go. So this is the announcement for the cancellation. Hulu's not moving forward with the Buffy reboot, ending the latest attempt to revive Buffy the Vampire Slayer for Disney-owned streaming. Reports say the pilot had been in development as the next chapter in the Buffyverse, with Sarah Michelle Gellar set to recur and Ryan Kira Armstrong lined up to lead as a new younger Slayer, which breaks the mythology because there's only one living Slayer at a time. Like, I know they had two Slayers during the course of the show, but that's because one Slayer died and activated the other Slayer, but then when the first Slayer was brought back, like, that's a loophole, right? So is this because oh no, now I'm gonna forget the other Slayer's name. Whatever. Is this because she died and now they're activating another kid? Or like that's I think we might get into that if we follow this rabbit hole. But reports say the plot had been in development as, quote, the next chapter in the Buffyverse. Oh, we just talked about that. So Sarah Michelle Gellar, Ryan Kira Armstrong confirmed the bad news. Sarah Michelle Gellar addressed the fans in an Instagram video, said that she was really sad to share that the project had fallen apart. Excuse me. She also thanked Chloe Zhao saying Zhao helped remind her how much Buffy still means to her and the fans. And Geller added that even though the reboot is not happening, that does not change what the character represents. That's fair. Ranker Armstrong added her own thoughts on the Instagram story, thanking creatives and the fans, and noted it's not going anywhere, so who knows what the future will hold. The reboot had attracted major attention because Chloe Zhao was set to direct the pilot. Original Buffy creator Joss Whedon is not attached to the project. The plan was not for a straight remake, but for a continuation focused on a new Slayer, with Geller returning in recurring role instead of leading the series full time. According to trade reports, the pilot was titled Buffy New Sunnydale, but Hulu decided not to proceed. Deadline reported that the sources described the project as, quote, not perfect, and said Zhao's style may not have been the right fit for the material. Well, Joss Whedon has one of those voices in the creative sphere that's really hard to emanate and very, very distinctive, which is part of the reason why his Justice League movie, his version of what Zack Snyder filmed, was so bad because he was trying to use his voice with somebody else's vocal cords for all intents and purposes. There had reported, back to the article, there had reportedly been talk of reworking the pilot as recently as earlier this week before Hulu made the call to cancel. Deadline also adds that it does not look like the end of Buffy at Hulu or Disney. The site reports that Hulu remains high on the Buffy IP and plans to regroup while considering a different version of the franchise. So while this reboot is dead, the Buffy brand itself apparently is still in play. So I wonder... We'll get into the script leak. Because script leaks are always, like, stupid. So... I can't imagine this is a legitimate script leak, but we'll read the article and see. The final page from the Buffy reboot pilot, it has now... Oh, it's just the final page even. And it gives fans another look at why Hulu's Buffy New Sunnydale ran into trouble. The page, shared by Robert Meyer Burnett on X, ends with Buffy Summers living under the alias Ann Summers, working in a cubicle at a multinational insurance company before computer alerts tied to Sunnydale start popping up on her screen. That's odd. The leak comes after Hulu officially pulled the plug on the reboot, with Sarah Michelle Gellar and Ryan Kira Armstrong responding to the cancellation. The page closes with the line, "Off Buffy, far from the Slayer we once knew her to be." Ellipse. The leaked page shows Buffy not as an active Slayer, but as someone buried in a corporate routine going by Ann Summers, sitting through a boring meeting and seemingly disconnected from the life that made the character iconic. Only at the end do Sunnydale alerts begin to hint that something bigger is going on again, but by then the page has already painted Buffy as far removed from the Slayer fans remember. That ending is now fueling criticism because it suggests the reboot was taking Buffy in a direction some fans are not buying. Instead of bringing Buffy back with Buffy front and center in a big way, or passing the torch more effectively, a la Cobra Kai, which did that very, very well. The final page makes a point of showing her as diminished compared to the hero audiences remember, which lines up with the broader complaints already raised about the reboot's overall direction. Oh, that must be the final page. Oof. Burnett did not hold back in reacting to the leaked page. On X, he wrote the last page of the Buffy reboot pilot script. Pro tip, if you're going to reboot Buffy, how about, rebooting Buffy? Nobody cares about your ill-conceived, poorly written, annoying AF new Scooby Gang. You don't get it. He also previously blasted the writers Nora and Lila Zuckerman, arguing the script failed on basic storytelling level. The Buffy reboot failed because it was written by two sisters whose writing appearance... was derived by growing up watching TV instead of reading genre and classical fiction. Every page of their script betrayed their lack of literary background. Buffy was created by a dude. Deal, he said. Gellar blames Disney executive. All right, this I think is the part that I wanted to get into. Sarah Michelle Gellar has pointed to the behind-the-scenes issues as a reason why Buffy reboot struggled, saying an executive involved in the project was not a fan of the original series and made that clear throughout development. That's the big thing right here. Those comments came after Hulu officially canceled the reboot. Deadline later reported the executive she was referring to was Disney Television Group President Craig Erwick, who oversees Hulu Originals and ultimately made the decision not to move forward with the pilot. At the same time, Deadline says the project had not been dead in the water. After the original pilot was criticized for playing too young and feeling too small, the Zuckermans reportedly returned in a 90-minute rewrite that was more adult, featured more Buffy Summers, and was seen internally as an improvement. According to the trade, that rewrite had created real momentum, with some involved believing a pickup was close before Hulu unexpectedly passed. Even with the behind-the-scenes blame game, the leaked pages still stand out as the biggest red flag. Between the earlier leaked feminist buzzword dialogue and the focus on a new Scooby Gang and a version of Buffy described as far from the Slayer we once knew her to be, the script itself may tell the real story. Whatever was happening internally at Disney and Hulu, the material clearly was not connected, and that likely played a major role in why Buffy reboot ended up dead. Totally get that. That makes a little bit more sense. So the original, just hearing the one side of this, just hearing the Sarah Michelle Gellar side of this effectively, because that's, I think, what I saw on my X feed, my Twitter feed, was her just not being happy about it. Was her kind of putting the blame exclusively on that one executive, whose name we read and I don't remember now. But I don't know, it sounds like, and we've been keeping tabs on this, so it's not really news exactly, but there have been issues with the development of this show. This is not the only show in development right now that is having major issues, but it is kind of one of the, I don't know, the blade thing is really kind of getting to me too. But the Buffy thing has been driving me nuts, that it's taking them this long to do something that a good chunk of the original cast wants to do, and a whole bunch of fans want to happen. So I don't know. It seems like you've got all the cards in play, and you're still choosing to not use them. Just feels so bogus. But we are now. I'm gonna check. No, we're not gonna do that. We are now going to go check a trailer. I gotta go find the link to it real quick. But this is something we don't normally do when we're live. We're doing it today because I kind of just don't care. But the Dune 3 trailer has dropped. There are a number of other trailers as well, but this is the one. I've not seen it. We are totally going to watch it on stream, and also the Darth Maul show dropped a trailer too. We're probably going to watch that. There's going to be a couple other things we're going to watch, but we're going to get demonetized, and it's going to be a fight for me on the back end, but I really just want to watch this Dune trailer with you nerds right now. I think I have to get my headphones on. I'm really digging these images taken from it so far. That's kind of awesome. Like, a lot awesome. We'll read about it in a minute. Well, let's just watch the dang. Oh, yes, we got Gola Duncan. Okay, okay, all right, let's go. Oh, all right, we're gonna have to. Oh, we're not in the right window anyway, so that's fine. Copy. And then we go here. And then we go here. And then we go here. Sorry, I did not mean to bump the microphone. But yeah, let's do this. Ooh.
If we have a girl, what will we name her?
Her name should be Ganima. She'll need to be strong, like her mother. boy?
I would name it Leto.
Oh, I just got goosebumps. Oh, legit just got goosebumps.
Of his grandfather.
War feeds on itself. The more I fight, the more our enemies fight back. I'm doing the best I can to protect my family.
Wow. I have no words. This is incredible. This is so cool.
I'm not afraid to die. But I must not die. Yet.
Wow. Wow. December 18th. Oh my god. Wow. I I have literally no words. That's incredible. I mean, I love the first two, but that was awesome. Wow. Okay. We have to move on. That was something special. That's for damn sure. Wow. I like. It's been a little while since I read the second Dune book, which was Heretics, because Children was the third book. Is that right? Not Heretics. No, Children of Dune was the second book. God Emperor was the third book, and that's when it gets really, really nuts. But either way, like, wow. Gola Duncan is going to be so epic. Oh man, okay, we seriously need to move on, but that was freaking amazing. And then what was the other one? There was another one. Mall release. Official trailer. Yep, that's the one. Getting the Mall trailer because we haven't watched that one yet either. So all the reactions, baby. Copy URL. Go to this window. Paste URL. Sha.
Our target is a syndicate leader. He is associated with several criminal organizations
Ooh.
and proficient with a laser sword.
That's cool. Oh my god. They're really like pulling the punches for the or not pulling the punches, I guess more appropriately. Like this is they're yeah, all right, Disney. Maybe they're finally starting to collectively remove their heads from their collective rectums.
Tried to kill me. Their betrayal demands consequence. And that consequence requires a weapon. Together,
Ooh.
He can destroy the Empire.
He wants to fight as allies.
The Empire may be our common enemy, but Maul will never be our ally.
This is going to be so deep. This is going to be so, like, if they can continue telling a good story that is some Jedi want to fight the Empire, Darth Maul, who does not like the Jedi, but apparently now likes the Empire even less than the Jedi, and is no longer aligned with the Sith. It would seem like Maul as his own agent of chaos, making some sort of basic alignment with the Jedi, that is going to be gigantic as well.
We need to find him. Whatever it takes.
This is escalating out of our hands. The Empire will want answers.
The Empire will lock this planet down.
Ooh. Some Sith action.
I'm right here.
Hell yeah.
Let us have our revenge.
Look at that. The animation for this is so great too.
We're not gonna take out the whole Empire.
Look at that. All right. We are 2 for 2 right now. Super hype trailers. Other trailers that we have not yet watched. I know there's a couple. Oops, that's the wrong window. Let's go. Let's go. Let's keep this up. We have a trailer for... Well, that's not right. Trailer for... Right there. Season 2 of Daredevil. We'll check that out. Copy URL. Let's paste that guy. Oh, that's not the URL I thought it was, but we'll get there. Copy Earl. Paste Earl. There we go. This one's old. You've probably seen it, but I haven't seen it, so let's go. Let's do this 30 seconds. Jessica Jones.
Stop him.
Not alone.
So what's next?
I'm gonna take this city back.
This should be.
I still think it's really interesting Vincent D'Onofrio as this imposing physical figure. Like Kingpin, it's one thing to do that in comics, right? Because you can make a big dude look like a big dude. But like D'Onofrio is a great actor and is a great Kingpin, but it still strikes me as a little odd when he's presented as this like imposing physical figure. It works, but it's odd. Either way, continuing on.
Tons of fun.
Yeah, alright, that's the end of that one. There's a boys one. Somewhere. The boys. Copy. We're going to do this the slightly faster way. Oops. All right, now we have The Boys' final season. Oh, this is almost a 3-minute trailer.
My power is absolute. At heights no one's even dreamed of. But I have a bigger destiny.
Oh, praise be. And what is it?
All right, let's get to work, yeah?
We think that Homelander's looking for the V1.
It's Vought's first iteration of Compound V. If Homelander got his hands on some, he'd be immortal.
We need to run while we can, however we can.
I feel like she just looks worse and worse every season, doesn't she?
Every fucking suit on the planet.
I need you, Father.
Did you fuck me?
What?
Is this some kind of incest thing?
No.
Then what the fuck is this?
We need to prepare America for my ascension.
We apparently had a little issue just now, so we're no longer live. This will all go up in post, though. So let me make sure that the camera's... Actually, I'm pretty sure the camera is working. I've already looked. Let's do... Up. Webcam. There we go. Hi! Alright, so... We're going to continue watching. There's like a minute left in this trailer. We're picking back up here. Let's go.
This is our last chance. The only thing we have left is hope.
That's beta male shit, bro. War, am I right?
To those who seek to destroy me, the non-believers and backstabbers, I offer oblivion.
Ooh! Sam and Dean. I totally forgot about that for a minute.
You guys are friends?
You talk.
All right. Ah, nope. None of that. Get out of here. Little less hype on that one. Honestly, after the last 2 seasons there, gotta say, not super excited about it. All right, and then we have the other controversy. And I think this might be the last thing we do on this broadcast. But we have the Green Lanterns controversy. If I can find the trailer. Come on, meow. Oh, was it leaked? Let's see. Because I wanted to see what all the hype was about, because I haven't watched it yet. Lanterns. Ah, okay. All right, so I haven't watched this yet, even though it's 2 weeks old at this point. But
with all due respect,
I'm curious.
I've been training for what, 2 months? And I haven't even worn the ring yet.
Don't get hung up on the jewelry, Junior.
All right, so I already have an issue with this. Like I read about what what's in the trailer and the things, so I kind of anticipated this part. But like, why is there only one ring between them? There are a plethora of rings. Both Hal and John have their own rings. The poor decision making, Warner Brothers. This is why you were not doing well. This is why you have to sell to Paramount.
You're just a fucking substitute teacher. You're not ready to get up in front of the class till the ring says you are.
All right.
I could have died.
You want me to train you? I'm training you.
That's also pretty dumb.
Something is off here. I can feel it.
This is my town. You're a big shot. Noted.
But stay the fuck out of my way.
Hey, she's in choke.
It's the way she leads them.
This is a stupid plan.
This is a stupid premise.
That I don't doubt. The Green Lantern's oath.
I do dig the suit, but again, like, that's not how it's supposed to be. The suit comes from the ring, so...
This is my job. As long as I'm alive, that ain't changing. So take a deep breath, Junior.
So they're gonna kill him. Hal's gonna die. Like, oh man. Warner Brothers, what the hell?
You're old. You're tired. Your time is up.
I don't understand. Who are you exactly?
Hal Jordan, Green Lantern.
How is it we get a whole damn trailer for a Lantern show and we don't see any, like, we saw some flying, but there was no lantern effect around the people flying. So we got a whole trailer and didn't see any of the ring effect. Like, none of the powers of the ring are shown in the...
Have you ever talked with the other Lanterns?
I'm the only human. They're aliens. One of them's a fucking squirrel.
I mean, that's kind of funny. But, like, that little bit of humor, is that gonna save? I don't think so. I really don't think so. Alright, so I guess we're just calling it because we keep having too many issues for me to justify continuing trying to record. But we got through the big things that I wanted to get through. Let's get that a little weird. We got through the big things that I wanted to get through, specifically the Firefly announcement and also the cancellation of the Buffy series. So, all that being said, we will try and do these more frequently while I troubleshoot the issues that I'm having, because apparently I'm always having issues, but appreciate your faces, nerds. We'll start getting the ads and things back in so that you can go get your DUBBY. You can still get your DUBBY. The link down in the description still works. Code Generally Nerdy at checkout still get you 10% off. So if you want to do that, please, by all means, go do that. I am due for another DUBBY order myself, so... I appreciate your faces. We will see you in the next one, which will hopefully be very soon. Until then, always remember that if it is generally nerdy, it's probably here. And, you know, I'm going to work out the issues, I promise.